Alright guys, welcome back to episode 4 of Wrestling GM. We are here with our British promotion, the Go Home Show, to our pay-per-view. No name for our pay-per-view as of yet. I don't think the pay-per-views in this come with names. If you've got any good names, I guess, for our pay-per-view, let me know. But before this episode starts, this is what our feuds look like at the minute. They are heating up because we've learned that the more sort of physical contact, I guess, is in your story, the better the heat is. I'm not sure that's a game thing or if none of our guys can just talk into a building, but it is what it is. Last episode we started Redmond versus Thorn, if you're not familiar. So I'm not totally sure what we want to do with this episode. I'm thinking possibly a 6-man, or not a 6-man, a 2v3. But if not a 2v3, I might go for Highlander and Grande versus Grande and Ortega. And then Marine can face one of Nottingham or Paddock, probably Nottingham. But I'm not 100% sure how to go from there yet. We will probably open up with a Behemoth match. I'm trying to think, actually, will we? Yeah, we'll open up with Behemoth. Give Behemoth a bit of momentum. I think if we give Redmond the mid-card belt, the pure belt, I'm thinking Behemoth will be his first defense. Because I think Thorn doesn't seem to be that great. Behemoth on the face side, who can you take on? Not openers, mid-carders. Johnny Flash, I don't think we've used him. Behemoth win by pinfall. 10 minutes does. And then we'll just have Behemoth celebrate afterwards as well. Not challenge, celebrate. Two minutes. We will then have we can have both Redmond and Thorn get wins, but we're risking Thorn's matches aren't always great. So maybe if it's already in the card though, it'll be fine. Or we'll just keep it short maybe and see if that boosts it. So we'll have Thorn, non-title match. He can take on... We'll give him, like, Fury. We'll give him the Fury to defeat. Quick match, it'll not go that long. It'll go 8. We'll say 8 minutes. 6. 6-minute match. And then straight after him, we will have Oliver Redmond. We've got to give the face, a more bothersome opponent. Make him look tough, underdog, babyface, built up. Have Big Swede against him. Or should we go Dan Brickhouse? I went over Dan Brickhouse, looks like it'd be good for him. 290,000 fans. Don't know why I said 90,000. And have them go a bit longer. Set them at 12. Then after the match, we will have a beatdown angle. Again, we're using the backstage attack as an in-ring attack. Just it is easier, as Cassius Thorn will attack his rival, Oliver Redmond. Oliver Redmond, also, isn't that the name of... he was in NXT, teamed with Pac, aka Neville, back then. They weren't tag team... Were they tag team champions? It was really, really early NXT. If you know what I mean. They might have been champions, but Oliver Redmond was his name, correct? I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below, but I think Oliver Redmond was actually that guy's name. But the beatdown angle, 4 minutes is fine. So, we've actually got loads of time left. We're probably going to end up having to put in another match. Let's see, we've got 34. If the tag team match goes 20 minutes, that's 50. And then even if Marine went 20, that would still be like 20 minutes left extra. So we'll have to find maybe something else to put in here. Let's see. Adbio wasn't great last week. Any main eventers we're not using really all that often. Behemoth's ready on the show. Marine's got a match for later. Hercules Herman we haven't used. Steve Nottingham we're probably going to use. Maybe we get Herman on the show. Seems like a good vet. Um, we haven't given Bone Collector anything to do in a while. We gave him a couple of wins, didn't we? It doesn't look... Is there a way you can check matches? Yeah. So yeah, we give him a couple of wins against lower opponents, but it'd be quite a big jump actually. And Bone Collector's matches aren't great, so actually I don't want him on this in case we risk it. Jack White's ratings have been pretty low. Nordstrom, have we given you any matches? 53. Your technical and your aerial's pretty low. But you know what, Nordstrom, you can lose to the person whose name has now escaped me. Where was he? Hercules Herman. What do we know about Herman? Does he have title history? 2-time BCW Triple Crown winner, 2-time Tag Team Champion, 2-time CPW United, I'm assuming that's United Kingdom Champion. So he's actually really, really good. Quite well, he's 40, so having that prestige is quite handy actually. And we're going to put him in there with Nordstrom. Just give them, say, 14. Maybe it was a bad idea. What is Herman's stamina? 73, so we're actually fine. Then we want our champion in a 1v1 match, normal, because we wanted to regain his stamina a bit after last week, because it has went down. Did we pass him? Yeah, Gonzalo Marine. So he's not main eventing, but as you can see, his energy went down a little bit because it was a hardcore match last week. As Gonzalo Marine will face off against not Chris Paddock, Steve Nottingham. Taylor will not be on the line. Marin will get the win. Pinfall. We'll shoot for 18 minutes in the semi-main. And then we'll have a celebration angle and then jump into the main event tag team match. Marine celebrates 2 minutes. Doesn't need to be any longer than that. Main event 2v2. Do you have them have a hardcore? We did a hardcore match last week. Well, we'll go normal. We'll go for a normal match. And we will have our tag team champions of Hugo Grande and Thiago Ortega up against the number 1 contender to the Triple Crown champion, the Highlander. There he is. And his former tag team partner, Grande. I'm actually going to give Highlander and Grande the win because I'm thinking after Highlander loses to Marine at the pay-per-view, which is what I think we're planning at the minute, putting Highlander and Grande against Grande and Ortega. I don't think there's a way to do interference wins, is there? No. But if theoretically we could have one of Ortega and Grande interfere in the match with the Highlander, and then Highlander Grande could be winning the tag team belt at pay-per-view 2. So I think that's probably what we're going to go with there. This match will go 18. Maybe it'll go the full 20 by the time we're finished. We've got 4 minutes left. No, actually it won't. Act segment. Backstage attack, but you know it's an in-ring attack. 3-on-2. On side 1, it is Gonzalo Marine, Hugo Grande, and Thiago Ortega. And then on side 2, he's beating down Grande and the Highlander. 4 minutes. So actually, the first time I haven't had to throw anything in, but I think I've kept a better eye on the time this show. Behemoth defeats Johnny Flash. Cassius Thorne will defeat Leo Fury. Oliver Redmond will defeat Big Swede. I kind of like Big Swede. If we were playing long term, I might have pushed him, but because we're only playing for 2 months, I don't want to push him just yet. Although he might play after this, I don't know. Thorne beats down Redmond. Hercules Herman defeats Nordstrom. Gonzalo Marine defeats Steve Nottingham. And then the two have beef, don't they? They have a built-in backstory, I believe, and I'll check another time. And then we have the Highlander and Grundy defeating Grande and Ortega, and it finishes off the show with a beatdown angle. So let's get into the show. 57. Decent match. Good way to start off. Behemoth getting the win in a 64 rating. Pretty good. Johnny Flash at 50. Not amazing. I think it's the first time we've used him though, so it's been a while. He's got really good basics in psychology, actually, to be fair. Good stamina as well. If we could build him up, he could be a good mid-card wrestler. Behemoth Celebration angle 52, not bad. Cassius Thorn, 43. He's not great in ring, Thorn. We probably will drop the belt off of him. Oh, maybe Fury drags it down, to be fair, with his 39. I do think that we'll have someone else win the pure title, mainly because we're booking for such a short amount of time. But Thorn can maybe do with some boosting in the background. Well, he's not got bad stats, to be fair. 49, not much better. Oliver Redman got a 56. Big Swede of 40, so again, their opponents may be dragging the match down a bit. So maybe against each other they might have a banger. We'll have to find out. But again, in terms of Oliver Redman, improvements in aerial, psych, and basics. And the Big Swede in brawling, psych, basics, and stamina. Also, Big Swede, 17 technical rating is abysmal. I know that he's a monster, but still, very bad. The beatdown angle, not much better. 51 for Thorn, 40 for Redman. Maybe Redman's not the guy. He does have more fans than Thorn. He's just not very charismatic. I swear, Oliver Redman. Maybe is it Joel Redman? Actually, I'm thinking of maybe. I don't know. I'll probably have googled it after this, but let me know in the comments if I'm right or not, or if you actually remember Joel Redman / Oliver Redman existing. Hercules Herman, 68. A 54 match, not bad. 68 performance is really good. He must have, yeah, Nordstrom's really dragged it down by the looks of it, so kind of should have seen that coming. I think if we got our best guys just on the card, we'd probably do a lot better. Like if we were having Herman versus Behemoth and everything in the background, we'd probably be in a far better position. But instead, we're sort of running, we're still figuring it out, you know. Semi-main event, a 70, a really good match as Gonzalo Marin defeats Steve Nottingham. We might actually have to revisit this just because it's a very good match. Nottingham got a 61, Marin a 70. He increases in fans, aerial, basics, and psychology. And he's very charismatic as well with an E2. Nottingham improved in fans, brawling, psych, and basics. Nottingham actually probably could be a decent world champion if we played long enough. Or he might actually win it at the end of this, I'm not sure. Marine Celebration got a 65. And the main event, ooh, a 62, which is really good to be fair, but it's just because we got a 70 in the match beforehand that's annoying. And Grande a 58, Ortega a 60, 75 for the Highlander. He's got bonuses all over the place. Some improvements in fans and stuff like that. And then Grande, 58, not as good, but he's keeping up with the likes of Hugo Grande, who we use a lot more often. In terms of teams, the Brave actually got, you know, their experience bonus. Been teaming since 2009 apparently, and the Spanish contingent just teaming since 2018. The game, of course, set in 2020. And then the beatdown angle, 51, not what I was hoping for. Who underperformed? Grande 57, 51. Ooh. Why did Grande and Highlander do so badly? They've got good charisma, if that's all they're basing this off of. And they've both got good fans. I wonder what made it go wrong. I don't know. I'll have to maybe look into that actually. But I think it shouldn't affect the show too much. 57 again, it seems like that's what we're stuck at. Got a gold coin. Not sure what the gold coin was from. Is it for booking 4 weeks of shows maybe? If you don't remember, Behemoth beat Flash, Thorn beat Fury, Redman beat Swede, Herman beat Nordstrom, Marine beat Nottingham, and then the Brave beat the Spanish contingent. a quick look at our, I think it is actually for booking 4 weeks of shows. There is a trophy system. Maybe we got a coin from that. But if we look at our feuds, cold and cold still. Ice cold is a Redmond and Thorn, so clearly you do just need to be maybe in matches involving each other more. But again, we're still learning, and hopefully you guys can take my few mistakes that I'll make while booking this into consideration when playing your own saves. So the pay-per-view will have at least, it seems to be 120 minutes in length. So we'll need big performances from the Highlander and from Gonzalo Marine, and probably from our tag team and mid-card belt as well. So it might be a rough one. How many points do you need for free agents, by the way? Is it 10? Or does it depend 100? I think it maybe depends on the person. We're the biggest company in Europe. But there are, like, other guys. Sweet Daddy Stratton. 10 gold coins. 10 gold coins. Is 10, like, the minimum for guys? Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't go too far. We'll scroll quickly to the bottom. 10 seems to be the minimum from this promotion. European Catch League. Darko Abramovich. Dieter. 10 does seem to be the minimum, so we're a good bit away from getting any coins at all, really. So let me know in what you would like in the next episode, the pay-per-view. Who you think is going to win? These are our feuds going in. Who do you think leaves as champion? Do you think we should blow up the Spanish collection now or on our last pay-per-view? And what match do you think will be the best? I'm assuming it will probably quite easily be Highlander Marine, but we'll probably have a Behemoth match in there somewhere, and some of the other guys that have been reoccurring since the start. Thank you guys again for checking out this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.